Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Kyle Cooper Show. Very excited. So, today is a lot of stuff going on. So, Episode 1 is all about talking positive. And I said for next month it was going to come out on the podcast, but I decided to bring it out today. And I know this looks like the usual off my old YouTube channel. And I have decided to actually, since I shake, so let's decide now. Since I shake, I'm going to be doing the show everywhere in Morristown. If I can, after it gets warm enough. So every week, let's say every Monday after the podcast is the episode. So let's go ahead and get this started. So, I'm the only one that's going to be on here. I'm the only actor. I know that you're probably like, this ain't acting, but I'm the only person that's going to be on here. My only show, my only debut show. So let's go ahead. So, yeah. So we got big thing coming for Kyle Cooper show. Episode 2, we'll be talking about my testimony. Take on the Good. This is the YouTube channel Take on the Good. Kyle Cooper show, episode 1, season 1. And I'm very blessed. And I'm wondering what you all want me to do in it. This is just explaining to you all what this is. I'm going to start acting here on the YouTube channel. And it's going to be very interesting, guys. If I didn't shake, I'd walk around. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you all this. I tried not to cry. My uncle in Ohio passed away yesterday about 12:44 in the afternoon. The exact time. That's the reason I'm doing this sad episode and updates. So I'm going to have a memorial for him here. On Facebook. No, not Facebook, but here on the YouTube channel. So today's episode is for him, a tribute to him, my Uncle David. You will be missed. And trust me, I'm going to do a tour of this for you. But the Kyle Cooper Show does tour around Morristown, Tennessee. I do travel. I do. The Kyle Cooper Show is very important to me because every Monday is going to be episodes after episodes after episodes. Every Monday, just one episode a day, probably around 9 p.m. Eastern or 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So I want y'all to know that there's going to be a lot of cool things. So next, I do podcasts every Monday and Sunday. And we're also going to be doing like a 15-minute show. Hopefully, it's like the Ellen DeGeneres show, but not as fun. It's kind of like me sitting there and interviewing people or having people sitting in the audience in my new studio in my room. I moved my studio from the living room where I'm at now. This is the last YouTube video being in the living room and moving to my room. And it's going to be awesome, trust me. I moved my studio into my room because I think it'd be much easier than, besides setting up stuff, it's going to be okay. But I'm planning on touring for Kyle Cooper show, and for this show here on Take on the Good YouTube channel. And I like to say, please subscribe and press the bell button because you do not want to miss this. Because hopefully I can get an audience where I go talk, like go on tour around Morristown and tour out of state or tour around Tennessee. I'm planning on going on a big tour this spring. And Kyle Cooper Global Studios. I'm not changing the name from Kyle Cooper Global, but I changed my studio name that was in the living room from Kyle Cooper Studios to Kyle Cooper Global Studios. And it's just very interesting. But the show, Kyle Cooper Show, is going to be so interesting that I'm going to have an audience and they're going to have to pay me $1 to get tickets because it's going to be very good. And it's going to be also on YouTube, here on YouTube always. So I could say you better be prepared, and be prepared because it's going to be very, very good. And I'd like to thank you all so much for the support. If you was with me for 8 years, watching me on YouTube, if you wasn't, that's fine. January 1st made 8 years here in 2024 on January 1st. Made 8 years of me entertaining on YouTube. And I love every minute of it. I retired like a few weeks on January 2nd, but I was like, I'm coming out of retirement, starting over. So I made a new YouTube channel, new business, everything. And I came out of retirement. I decided to because that's what God wants me to do, is to entertain and inspire you all. And it's going to be very good. The entertaining part is going to be very good, and inspiring is mostly talking to you one-on-one. But it's very important that you see the shows because you don't know what would happen at Kyle Cooper shows. Kyle Cooper show. You don't know if there's going to be a guest. You don't know if there's going to be something awesome. But the studio, for the people to come in and watch live, is just my family. Because I'm not allowed to have a business here in the apartment, and I don't have a business. So I only have a studio. This for me, Kyle Cooper Global Studios, in my room. And I do live shows for my aunt. She enjoys them. It's a good show. It's called Kyle Cooper Global Live. And it's very interesting because I changed it from Kyle Cooper Live to Kyle Cooper Global Live. It's interesting because you don't understand how interesting it gets, because I talk about a lot of stuff. Sorry for the noise in the background. It's the dump truck. Not dump truck, but trash truck. All I can say is this. Thank you for enjoying me for the past 8 years, because 8 years ago, I'm going to give you a story and then I head off of here. 8 years ago, I started entertaining on YouTube with my little brother, and I'm not going to say his name, not allowed to. And then a year after that, we decided to not be partners anymore in the entertaining business on YouTube, here on YouTube, and I started doing it myself. And then 7 years later, 8 years later of entertaining, when I started entertaining by myself here on YouTube I can't believe I went far on my old page, Cooper United. It was great. And I like to thank the fans that has been with me for at least a couple of years, because I don't have the fans that's been with me for 8 years. Well, I did, but my mama passed away and she was a fan of mine. She passed away last April. And it's just, that'd be good for the next episode, and I tell you a story on the next episode. I said I was going to do my testimony, but next Monday is episode 2 of Kyle Cooper Show, and I want you all to be ready because it's going to be great. And I was waiting to work on things and come out with it in February, and I was like, no, I'll come out with it this month. So check it out. God bless you. See y'all next Monday for episode 2 of Kyle Cooper Show here on YouTube. God bless you. Peace.